Hello, people. Um, Signed all my ute up. They're putting it on the trailer there on Friday. I should get it about Wednesday next week. Now, I said to this bloke, because as you know, I wheeled and dealed over for months, and I said to him, is there anything physically wrong with it? Like, we're talking dents, scratches, anything. And, oh, no. He was a fucking Italian or something. No, everything's right. And then I got in a close up of just behind the driver's door. There was a white mark on it, like a scratch. I mentioned it to him. Oh, yes, he's going to get it detailed and fucking whatever. I said, leave the fucking thing alone, because car yards, they don't exactly do the best fucking jobs, they botch them up. So I just said, leave the fucking thing alone and I'll spray it when I get home, when it gets home. Yeah, right, so there's nothing else wrong with it. No, everything's fine. Wheels, the tyres and the windscreen, because they're the most expensive parts. Yeah, they're right, no worries. Yeah, right, good. So I bought it, as you knew. $9 grand $750 it cost. Now I had to pay $551 to have it transported to my place, my front door, basically. It's coming from Sydney, which is, well, about halfway in between the top of Australia and the bottom, I guess. So anyway, I said to him before I bought it, I just hope that there is nothing wrong with it, as you said, because it's a long way, but I'll be fucking driving down where you're from and fucking driving through your fucking office window with you in it, you cunt. You fucking lied to me. So, yeah, anyway, they're after paying for it. I said to him today, so the tyres are good, everything's good. Oh, well, I've got to be honest with you. And I thought, here we fucking go. I fucking, And he said, oh, the rubber thing on the keys are worn out. Whoever had it must have been playing with it, which they must have, because fucking it's only done 150,000 k's, so 51, which they're about $5 to replace, I think, something like that. So no biggies. And he said, there's one other thing, and I thought, oh, here we fucking go. He said, the plastic bit on the roof, it goes around. It's got the paint starting to lift on it. It's like a clear and it lifts. And I said, well, I hope you didn't fucking touch that, because I'll do all that myself, pull it off and repaint it red again and fucking blow it over again. Oh, it's freight cars, so no worries. And but I thought to myself, what a cunt. Wait until I bought it before he tells me about this thing on the roof. Now I know what fucking sat there for so long. Fucking they weren't buying it because it had that thing on the roof off. But then again, there was one at where I live, basically the same ute, but it had mags on it and no hard top. It went for 25 and it had that same problem. What happens with car places worldwide, and they still haven't. The only car that sprays differently is Mercedes Benz, and you hardly ever see their paint off of them. But what we do, a lot of us do here in Australia now, is you mix the base coat with the clear coat, and we've been doing it since the 40s. And what it does, it actually makes your paint look like it's three-dimensional. So instead of getting that flat on red underneath the clear look, you actually have like a three-dimensional look. And obviously I won't be able to do this clear and base with the roof because it'll be uncolour matched. So, but yeah, I basically, got the pictures and pulled them up as close as I could get them to see if there was any bad bits or whatever else. But I guess now I've bought it. It's a case of whether I drive it down to Sydney and kill the prick for lying, or I say, beauty, it's good. It has got tinted windows and all that kind of good stuff. So it's got a couple of little things I want to paint, like tops of the mirrors, for instance, because it makes it look like the newer model. But yeah, typical, isn't it? Typical in life. Always some bastard trying to hide something from someone. And if it's second hand, you can guarantee that they've fucking bodged it or whatever else. Like the last ute I bought, it looked fucking $1 million on the outside. It was a piece of shit on the inside, but mind you, it had done 600,000 Ks. So what was I expecting, right? Own fault. Oh, that's right. He rang me up and said, "Oh, it's going to cost another $110 to get it from Melbourne to where you are." And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "I paid it. If you want to, you can pay it back. If you don't, well, that's okay." So I said to him, "Well, when I get my ute back, if it's got any other damage on any of it that you didn't tell me about, you're not getting your fucking money. Simple as that. I'll keep it and fix it with it. Fair deal." So he said, "Yeah, all right then." So, well, he's not getting his money back because he already lied to me about the key and a bit of paint on the roof missing. It's about how much a bit of paint will cost to fix that and do the mirrors, so I think we're square. But it's just going to be so good to drive, you know. Auto, the other one was a manual, no cruise control, the other one's air conditioner stuff. This one's got good air in it and all that stuff, all the good stuff, and they're beautiful to drive. They're absolutely gorgeous thing to drive, just like a car. But as I said, the white ute just didn't have enough room in where your legs were. It was painful to drive the thing. Will I be glad to see it go? Well, it is a good car, you know, like other than the fact that it had no thing in it. And it's got a $1,500 Alpine stereo to go with it when it gets sold. It's only 6 months old, so you know the beats in it. Like you could hear it for a couple of miles. I had someone drive it and had the stereo on, and I could hear it. It was just it's a loud stereo. Mind you, I'm not going to continue to sit here talking like this, just like this. I bought a few tools for the shed and a bit of welding wire and a bit of this and that, and I'm going to build myself a table out there so I can do, you know, film stuff out in the shed and whatever else that I'm doing, and different pieces and things I'll be doing, and then if I can at the end of the time, if I've got enough money left, I'll buy a GoPro and can take you out on my bikes just to see if I can make myself a bit more interesting and a bit more presentable. Now all I do is stop swearing and I'll be right. It doesn't really matter at the moment if anyone sees me swear or whatever, I guess. I don't think there's any female watchers. I think they're all males. If there is, I do apologise. Diet cordial. Now, beautiful taste. Amazing. Everyone buys the non-sugar cordial around here because it's beautiful. It's better than the stuff with sugar in it. And yeah, I've been trying to eat healthy and whatever. I've been 51. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm, you know, on the other side of life. Look after yourself so you can live to a bit of a decent age, you know. Like, I've still got a heap of shit I want to do. Got a heap of shit in here I want to build. I'm going to have some fun. I haven't used my welder for 12 months. I just hope that after I give Adam all those pointers that I can weld better than he can. Just hopefully it never leaves you. So Rex, are you at your house yet? we allowed to know that, hey, you moved. Do we get to see you drive the new driveway and the new shed? What's going on? You haven't been on Skype, or when I never get any messages back, so I don't know what you're doing there. But I do consider that me and you are friends, and it's just interesting what you do with your life and all that kind of shit. Sort of gets you out of the little beat of work yourself to death for the to pay your taxes, because that's all we're doing, working ourselves to make the people upstairs rich. And what a wasted life. They planned all this from about, I don't know, in the what they got, not in back in the when it was like 1,000, not 2014. They started it back then, and they were going to take over the world, and the idea for them is to sit Satan on God's seat and take him over or something, apparently. What's sort of funny is no one believes in God, yet these people who are doing this to the world are devil worshippers, and if there's no God, there's no devil, and if there's, God is good and the devil is a prick, well, have a look what's going on around you in the world if you don't believe in, like, if you got no faith. Exactly is happening what was planned to happen years ago. Don't worry, I won't start on the alien subject and the left and right brain gear until a bit later, once I've got a bit better audience. And you're lucky. I don't get pissed and sit there and ramble on with a heap of shit. I just sit here and ramble on with a heap of shit. Now you vape me, now you don't. One of these days when I get my house painted and recarpeted and whatever else and whatever, I'll learn how to edit so I can make me imaginary cat talk and the imaginary dog as well. I've lived on this highway for 14 years and I've lost 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 pets on the highway, so I tend not to have them anymore because I'm just worried that they'll get killed. And when you go, like, you get so attached to your animals and your buddy, and it breaks your heart when you see something happen to them. And that you're so used to them doing what they do every day, climbing all over you and whatever else, and the next thing they aren't there, it's just shit. So, it's probably better off that, having a cat, it was company, like, and a dog and all that, so it was good stuff. But what do? You worry your guts out when they go outside the door, like I got an easement where down here where the bloke used to live here said the dude over there could still use the lane or some shit, and now it's a legal thing or some garbage. And I tried to build a gate on the neighbour's fence. She's 72 at the time, and she was out there at 2 o'clock in the morning and ripped it down, man. Like, I said, look, you've got animals, I've got animals, I'd like to keep my dogs in my yard, And I think it was about 3 weeks later, I lost my oldest dog on the road, and then 2 weeks later, its daughter, like, heartbreaking. And here she is, an animal person herself, and she wouldn't let me put this fence up. It's my property, it's just an easement, they can use it. But apparently, if they say that you're not allowed to have a gate, you can't. And anyway, she's dead now, so she was a good old lady in the good spells. But now her daughter lives next door. And Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get on because she's a total left brainer and I'm totally right. So we wouldn't get on. Yeah, people are going on about their soulmates and shit and all soulmate connection. No such thing as a soulmate. What it is, if you meet someone who's right brained and you're right brained as well, you hit it off. Straight as. No worries at all. Excellent. If you meet a left brain person, you find them boring and whatever else. It's just the way we're made up, you know? And it's funny because there's only 10% of the world's population with a right brain. Only 10%. And I'm actually going to start research on why is it so? Why did only 10% get it instead of all of us? What is it, genetic error or what is it? You know? And you find that the right brain people are often psychic and, you know, can play music and sing, type of person that watches someone spray a car and then takes the gun off and sprays another car the same. You know, that kind of person. Rex is very right brained. Adam is very the other brained. So they're saying that they won't get on or whatever else, but you know, they're just I don't know. It's hard to Adam. Yeah, well, he went to school. He's bright. Yeah, so he'd have to be a right brain, left brain rather. So I don't know how that works. How smart Rex was, whether he went through school easy or whatever. But yeah, interesting. I guess they do work. Opposites do attract, I guess. Sorry for the shaky bit. I got a thing I shake my leg, like move it up and down like that. Drives people absolutely nuts. I was at a wedding one time and this joker said to me, if you don't stop fucking doing that, I'm going to stab you with this fork. I thought, fuck, so where am I? What fucking wedding? It was me fucking, one of my brother's wife's brothers. Unreal. Anyway, I better leave you and get this up to you. I promise it'll get better. Comment, leave a comment, subscribe. Ah.